on, in the goal square on his own. There's a goal coming up.
Back to football, however, and with play like this from Alan Edwards, Collingwood was to continue to hold on to fifth spot on the ladder with a 27-point win.
Looking for the short pass to Brewer, and he's found him. Brewer immediately plays on, goes for the short pass. Great play by Brewer as he's found Ray Shaw, who'll run into the open goal for the easiest of goals, and that was tremendous football by Collingwood as they have now hit the front once again. That was their fifth.
And Hampshire in ruck. Cordy is down there too, but Stewart will get the tap out. Over the top nicely to Shaw. Fires in towards Barham. He goes up and he's got it. Shaw's not playing well today, but I think he must have the flu or something. Davidson. Morris. Over the top to Barham, who's on the wing in the last quarter after having played full forward and forward pocket for all the game. On to Tony Shaw. Gets a call from his brother. Gets a slow bounce. Player's gone down, I think, yes.
Barham started at full forward, moved to the wing on Flower, and Flower's really shown him what it's all about. But Barham's put in a couple of nice performances. And that's Peter Moore to take this free kick for that rack infringement against Byrne. Then down to Edwards. Baker, almost a one-hander, runs into a tackle. Weirmouth, like a cat on the mouse. Kick, nice handball to Ray Shaw. Good play, Ray Shaw, that stage. Onto Young. On Ray Shaw, into an open goal. Good play. And Shaw, who we may or suspect he could be suffering from some sort of an illness because of his very rapid drop in form over the last few weeks, has shown what roving skill is about with that.
Out to Magro. Magro dodges cleverly to Moore. Moore kick number 13 if he wants to give it. He runs past with great skill. Hand passes to Captain Shaw. In trouble from Greg. Out to Barham. Great football. Brilliantly back to Greg to Shaw. And Dempsey beaten by a great mark. Brilliantly taken by Olsen. Well, that was a perfect classical display of team football. Out to Barham. Shoots for goal. And does it.
Play on. Dench. Again, he fumbling. Ball McCann loses it to Ray Shaw. Great play, Shaw. One bounce. The long one in towards goal. It's there. Great goal by Ray Shaw.
Moore and McCann again. Moore with the greatest strength and the greatest skill. Beautiful hand pass to Shaw. Ray Shaw steadies. Boots it downfield. Running to the front of the ball is Dench and Ramsey. It's going to beat them. It beat them. In comes the big fellow against Aitken. Dempsey won it. Cass in trouble. Hits it down. Intercepted by Dacos. Dacos downfield. Peter Moore late on the scene. Punches out in front. Nicely intercepted there by Lowe. Lowe out to Shaw. And Shaw does it. Goal number 4. And it really is a magnificent performance by this hot-headed skipper. Glendenning's at centre-half forward. Dempsey's on the ball, and so is the match winner up to date, Peter Moore, with his skipper, who's been a magnificent player right beside him in Ray Shaw. Here's the big bounce. Moore wins it, past the umpire.
He's gone for a short pass. And there we see Casson left unattended, and he takes the mark. A hand pass. Oh, it's a bad one over to Shaw. And Shaw boots it.
He was looking for Sutton, but McCormack's there, so too is Craig Davis. Davis tries to go through, almost got the ball out. Now it goes to Picken. Bill Picken from centre-half back. Finds Peter Dacos with a hand pass. Dacos another one to Ray Shaw. Here go the Magpies, and listen to the fans roar. The Collingwood skipper streaming down the MCG. Long kick from Ray Shaw. Up towards the full forward. 9 points the difference in the elimination final after that goal to Rodney Wright. Still anybody's match. Moore and Dempsey. Olsen. Ray Shaw streams downfield again. A long shot for goal. Could that be the sealer? Hit the post! Oh, goodness me. Ball fly for it down there. No mark paid by the umpire. Magro again tries to get it clear. Barham back to Shaw, and away go Collingwood again.
And Shaw gets it out wide to Cast. He's got the mark. 27 minutes gone of this last quarter, and the Magpies lead by 11 points. Can North Melbourne get back? The kick by Carlson falls a bit.
Moore and Fitzpatrick, and this time Fitzpatrick favoured by the bounce, but gives it straight to Ray Shaw, who's been quiet. His co-rover Weirmouth under it. The margin in Carlton's favour. Armstrong puts them into attack again, but straight to Morris, who will turn the tide for Collingwood. Goes out to his skipper Shaw, who gives it on to Byrne, and the former Carlton player, who gives 101 minutes every in. Nicely done to Armstrong. Bit lucky though. And Bill Pickett, who's really got Collingwood moving this quarter, takes a fine mark. Up to Woolnow. Takes it to his chest in front of the members' pavilion. About 65 to 70 metres out from goal. Mark number 5 to Woolnow. Not a good kick. It's all Carlton's. Ashman. Can he get it on the second bite? No, he can't. Wearmouth out of the pack. Ray Shaw to Tony Shaw. Oh, he fumbles badly. Fires in towards goal. And it's a Collingwood goal. And Collingwood scored for the quarter. They've outscored Carlton by 4 goals to 1 in the third quarter.
Wayne Johnston 2-1 against you. Punched away. Nicely done by Shaw, and then Lost Packet comes to him. Out wide on Ashman and Wearmouth.
Sheldon comes out. Could rove the pack. Oh, Magro. Bullocking strong, courageous players. He kicks to open territory on centre wing. A race on for the ball. The crowd applauding that play from Magro. Woolnow with the ball. Gives it back inside towards Ireland. But it bounces for Ray Shaw. He can give it out to Byrne. Out wide on the wing. Bearing down is McConville. Byrne into half forward. Stewart again. Oh, Armstrong picks up the loose ball. Doesn't know what to do with it. And he didn't know because there was no one there to receive for Carlton. And Ray Shaw, the easy mark between wing and half forward. The Magpie skipper gets a lead from Tony Shaw, ignores it. The marking power is down there, short in towards Davis, and Davis in front of Doull takes the mark, and the Magpies advance about 20 metres further up the field, just wide of centre half forward. Make that 21 metres as umpire Nashka brings Bruce Doull back on the mark. Now Collingwood lead by 3 goals. This will be handy. This will be the 4th. It won't be. It's going in towards the pocket. Up they go. Wells out to Marcoux. Johnston takes it. Oh, he cannot do a thing right. Taken away by Shaw. Collingwood right on top. Up to half forward. McConville couldn't mark. Lowe takes the loose ball. Lovely hand pass to Kink, but a bad bounce. Kink goes back to it. Breaks away with strength. Snaps with the left boot. And has put it through for a miracle goal. A great goal by Kink. Third goal.
The breeze just marginally favouring Geelong's end in the first quarter, but not by much.
So the 1980 preliminary final pitted minor premiers Geelong under first-year coach Bill Goggin against perennial September disappointments Collingwood under Tommy Hafey. More than 75,500 fans flocked to Waverley to see who would win the right to challenge Richmond for the 1980 flag. These two sides had met twice during the season for 1 win apiece, and it was the Magpies who took the early advantage. The Pies led by 9 points at quarter time and maintained that advantage to the main break.
Surprises me. I think in a line ball like that, the man in the front usually gets the nod, and Ian Nankervis most unhappy and gets 15 metres. Oh, bad blue by the skipper.
Time gets the handball away to Boss. Boss in turn to Blake. He's got a steady. Knocked off the kick by Kick. On to Shaw. Over the top to Stewart. Stewart in turn across.
Here's Lowe out at centre wing. Gets clear to half forward. First kick below. Young perhaps could have marked. Nankervis loses it to Young. It spills to Davis. Bounces all right for him. Handball to Shaw. Another goal coming up. The skipper's second.
No, Davis took it off him. Bad play. Now Tony Shaw. Free kick. Lucky one to Tony Shaw at half-back for the Magpies.
Geelong lead by 5 points at the 21-minute mark in the second quarter. Tony Shaw's kick. Blake at the back. Comes down to Woolnow. He drives it up inside half forward. Lowe and Young, the two bearded players for Geelong, for Collingwood, are down there. Here's Lowe. Taken away by Ray Shaw. Open go for goal. 40 metres out. And he's put it through. And the Magpies back in front by a point.
Tony Shaw, a late tackle. Put him off with the kick down. Byrne, first mistake for the day as he played on. Still got the hand pass out to Ray Shaw, who's got a hectare in which to move. Gives it on to Ireland. Not much percentage in it, but Ireland was 5 metres further down ground.
Goes for a long kick over the half-forward line. Johnson's got the sit. Couldn't hold the mark. Stan Magro goes for a long hand pass. Out there to Ray Shaw, and Collingwood take it away from the danger zone.
Collingwood skipper shooting it out towards the centre.
Danger player. Up there towards the full forward position. Punched out. Shaw goes after. Pounced on the ball really well. A short pass, and Willie Wearmouth's got the mark out there at half-back. The Magpies still 14 points. 88 points to Geelong, 74. Round it goes to
man at the moment. Looks for Turner. Shaw comes in. Collingwood skipper doing everything right at the moment in the final turn. Short pass.
Into the first quarter, and it's a good bounce and high there as leader get it down, but it went to Ray Shaw, and he's smothered by players, and notably Wyland will take the free kick. Shaw's in the centre of the ground. He chooses to go to the outer side. The ball swinging out towards a half-forward flank on that towards the railway or scoreboard end. The ball thrown back into play, and Lee and Moore 50-50 there. It found its way to Carlson, in turn to Ray Shaw with handball, and Ray Shaw from the half-back flank transfers it up towards centre wing.
Down, but the ball was picked up by Richmond, kicked down toward Rains. Rains tapped it across. They've lost the run of it. Hand pass by Collingwood to Lee Carlson. Carlson's kicked it long with the left boot, trying to
himself on the member side of the ground on half-forward flank for Collingwood. Into the air it goes and knocked away by several players down to Ray Shaw. He steadies and shoots for goal, and it's going to be through. I think it's a goal. Hit the post.
Strawn to centre half forward, and up go Roach, trying to tap out toward Bartlett. Doesn't find him. In goes Morrison, taps it out nicely. Going to be picked up by Dacos. Dacos will go for a hand pass to Ray Shaw, and Roach is still running to try and tackle to keep the pressure on. And
knifing in, so too did Moore. Knocked it to the ground and knocked it into the pack of players there. Out to Ray Shaw, and he'll take the ball away from the back pocket.
And Shaw does that for Collingwood, out toward the outer side, looking to Mount, but Mount's on this side of the ground, so he goes to the outer side. And he's kicking over there to Emmett Dunn. He's outnumbered over there, and Collingwood will take the mark, all right. Collingwood take the mark. That's Ricky Barham. Barham's hand pass is not all that good. It's gone over towards Craig Stewart. He's tackled hard. In it goes to Ray Shaw. Lines him up from an angle. He's put it through, I think. He looks pretty happy about it. Yes, it's through, a goal. Ray Shaw was on his way back to the centre. He knew it was a goal. So did the goal umpire. And after 7 minutes of play, Collingwood get that desperate goal they needed.
Peter Waitman whips it back to Wood, who's having a birthday, but he fumbled that one, and the Collingwood captain, who's their best player, comes in and gets it under control, gets clapped for the effort, and it was a great... He doesn't get a decisive knockdown. It's gone into one or two players there. It flipped out, coming out towards Shaw, but Collingwood haven't got any pace. But Carlson eventually picks up and hand passes to Davis.
And Davis is trying to use a bit of pace now. He's gone for one bounce and a hand pass to Picken. Oh, Billy Picken, can you kick it? And he has, I think. He's put it through. Well, that was all Davis who got that one. He got it over toward Billy Picken.
And does it well. It's a huge bounce. And going up as Lee to do it again. Got it down to Shaw, though. Shaw intercepting. Kicked up towards centre half. Rains breaks the tackle. Kicks up towards centre half forward. But dropping in at that position at centre half back is Ray Shaw, the Collingwood captain.
And Ray Shaw takes it round the member stand side. Here's Kink. King takes the mark. He's got to get around the tackle yet. He's done that. He hand pass over to Woolnough. Woolnough's at centre half forward. He kicks that ball long down to the punt road end. He's trying to find a player down there, and throwing himself out is Picken, and Picken's got an easy free. Billy Della gave that one, and Picken, the master at being able to position himself and throw himself around, has got a pretty easy free kick, and he's got a chance to goal. He's only 20 metres out, directly in front, at the 14-minute mark, and through it goes for a Collingwood goal, and that makes Collingwood now 5 goals. On the 3AW Carlton United scoreboard, in turn for Richmond, down to where they take a very clever mark by Kane. Oh, well done, Tony Shaw. He was going the same way as the ball, managed to keep it in play, then hand pass it back to Young. Young evades the tackle there. It was a bad decision there by Bill Della, because he stopped the play. Incidentally, it didn't hit Young's face. It hit the ball, but Collingwood are moving the ball better now. They got it to Carlson. He's going to be pounced upon. He eludes 2 tackles. Well done, young Carlson. 2 bounces. Collins taps it back into the play, close to the boundary line. Hand pass over to Lee. Lee still quick enough to get the kick, and Young of Collingwood gets in front of Jess on this occasion and takes the mark. Now Young sees the lead up there to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw takes the mark as the big arm of Mervyn Kane came across to try and punch the ball away.
Tony Shaw breaks away and kicks to Ray Shaw, his brother, on the centre wing position. Ray Shaw wobbles away in that familiar style of his, gets up to the half-forward line and kicks up towards quarter of the 1980 grand final. The ball spins back into play. Dunn knocked it out, gathered in by Ray Shaw. A quick shot for goal. It comes in and wins it again. What monotonous regularity, we've said that. Knocks it up towards centre half-forward as the pips for 5 o'clock go through 3AW, the top station for football, and it's taken out of the centre by Ray Shaw, who kicks to the centre half-forward spot. Picken leads out in front to take it under control, and hand pass to Shaw coming downfield. He
throws the ball up to umpire Robinson, who will bounce. Half-forward line for Richmond. Up goes Lee, still taps it away with the one hand. Peter Moore, however, comes away with the ball, kicks it long, out wide, trying to find Lowe. I can't recall calling him very much today. The ball tapped down and tapped over to Morris. Morris at Collingwood with a hand pass, finds Ray Shaw. There's one bounce, creates the loose man. Ball goes to Picken. Picken forced to go back for a set kick as Smith comes up and stands the mark. So it's Picken to kick the ball with that wobbly punt, but it'll be Richmond. No, it wasn't a Richmond mark. Almost marked by Francis Burke. Craig Davis has got it. He should goal from here, on its way, and he's kicked the 9th goal for Collingwood. Through for 9.23, a total of 77. Young Frame coming on now, the field. And 77 on 3AW Carlton United scoreboard.
Della hits the chalk line at centre half forward for Richmond as he bounces the ball. It's gone into the centre of the ground. Olsen might get a free kick, and he does. Might be the last kick of the grand final. Who knows? Olsen has kicked over to the members' side of the ground and coming out as Picken to take the mark at 32.5 minutes into the last quarter. Picken on the half forward line, kicks it across to Shaw. Shaw further up on the forward line, takes the mark, kicking to the scoreboard end of the ground. 23-21 to 9-23. Ray Shaw lining them up at 32 minutes into the last quarter, and it's gone on and on and on. It'll be a merciful relief for Collingwood when that siren goes, because they've never looked a chance from quarter time. The kick by